See this sentence. I drink coffee every morning. It is in the present simple tense. It is in the present simple tense. As you can see on the timeline now, this sentence expresses a habit or a routine, something that happens regularly. Then the second one is, I am drinking coffee right now. It is in the present continuous tense. It means that I am doing this action at this moment. Then the third one is, I drank coffee yesterday. It expresses the finished action in the past. So this sentence is in the past simple tense. And in the last sentence, I was drinking coffee this morning when I got a phone call from my boss. Two actions in this sentence. One is an unfinished action. It was drinking coffee, what is a past continuous form. And in the middle of that sentence, something happened. I got a phone call from my boss. That is past simple form. Then we move on to the present perfect tense. Then we move on to the present perfect tense. Present perfect tense is used to talk about experiences, and it is talk about recent actions and events. For example, I have taught English to many students. Then the other example, we have seen 2 movies this week. We make the present perfect tense. We make the present perfect tense with subject plus have or has plus verb in V3 form. V3 form means past participle form. In sentence number 1, it is about my experience in teaching career. Of course, I am still a teacher, so my career is not finished. It's continuing. Then in the second one, the time period is this week. Maybe today is Wednesday, so this week is not finished. We might see another 2 movies before the end of this week. But if the time period is finished, we just use the past simple tense. I taught many students when I was a teacher. In the sentence, my career is over. It means I am not a teacher now. I was for some time. The second use is talk about recent actions. Then I have finished my homework. This is the other example of present perfect tense. You can imagine a kid saying this to her mom. Well, when did she finish her homework? So, children, remember that there are 2 main uses of present perfect tense. And number 1 is, it is used to talk about experiences, and the other one is recent actions and events. Alright, let's now move on to the next tense, the future, the present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is talks about an action that started in the past and is still continuing. This is the form of present perfect continuous tense. See, we make the present perfect continuous tense with a subject plus have or has been plus verb with ing. See this example. I have been waiting to see the doctor for 2 hours. For 2 hours. You can imagine this lady saying that. You can imagine this sentence is saying one lady. So it means that she come to the clinic maybe at 5 o'clock and now it's 7 o'clock. She started waiting at 5. 2 hours now passed and she is still waiting. So the present perfect continuous tense talks about an action that started in the past and is still continuing. In this sentence, we can also say, I have been waiting since 5 p.m. The difference between for and since is that for talks about the amount of time like 2 hours. Like 2 hours. Since is used to mention the starting point of the action like 5 p.m. Okay. Now let's move on to the past perfect. We use the past perfect to clearly show which action happened first. See the form of past perfect tense. This is the formula of past perfect tense. We can make past perfect with subject plus had plus verb in V3 form. But before we talk about this tense, take a look at this past simple tense sentence. When we got to the theatre, the movie started. There are two past actions in this sentence. Got the theatre, which means we arrived there. You can see the timeline that we got to the theatre first, and then right after that the movie started playing. Now we move on to the past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense is talks about a continuous action in the past before another finished action. This is the formula of past continuous tense. See this formula. We make the past perfect continuous tense with a subject plus had been plus verb with ing. For example, I felt really tired because I had been driving all day. So, you know that I felt tired at some point in the past. That was because before that, I had been driving that entire day. So, the earlier past action was a continuous one. We make this sentence with a subject, had been, and with verb with ing form. Alright, it's time now another review. We are going to do quick comparison of the four perfect tenses we have looked at so far. See the example, I have washed the dishes is in the present perfect tense. It focuses on the completion of the action and does not mention the exact time. Then, but you understand that I finished washing. The dishes may be just a few minutes ago. Next, the second one is I have been washing the dishes for half an hour. It is in the present perfect continuous tense. It means that I have not finished washing them yet. Then I started half an hour ago and I am still doing. Then the third one is when I left for work, I had washed the dishes. Here I had washed the dishes is in the past perfect tense. It means that first I finished washing them and after that I left for work. Next, the fourth one is when the phone rang, I had been washing the dishes for half an hour. So, the phone rang at some point in the past. Half an hour before that I started washing the dishes and I was still doing that when the phone rang. Alright. Now, let's move on to talk about the future tense. Now, this tense is a little tricky. because there are a few different future simple tenses. Okay, will. Will is used to express three things. Instant decisions, that is decisions that we make suddenly at the time of speaking, and offers and promises. ఎక్కడ ఉన్నది సింపుల్ ఫీచర్ we make simple future with a subject plus shall or will with P1 verb. For example, at a restaurant, a waiter asks you, "May I take your order?" And you say, "Yes, I will have idli and dosa, please." This is an instant decision. You didn't plan 2 weeks ago to eat this food at this restaurant on this day. You just made the decision just now. The next two examples of shows will use to make offers. These files are really heavy. I will help you. So I am offering to help this person carry to the file. That person can say, "Okay, thank you," or "No thanks, I can do it myself." Similarly, it's hard to go get a cab at this hour. I will give you a ride home. You might say that to a colleague of yours when leaving work late. And here is will used to make promises. "Can you lend me 200 rupees? I will pay you back next week. Thank you for your email. We will respond within 2 business days." Alright, so far we have talked about expressing plans and instant decisions with going to fix. Fixed arrangements with the present continuous and 3 uses of will, instant decisions, offers and promises. But there is one more future function that you need to know about, and that is making predictions. To make predictions or guesses about the future, we can use both will and going to. These two forms are interchangeable for making predictions in many situations. Meaning, you can choose whichever one you want. But there is a slight difference. We normally use will to make predictions based on our knowledge or our own personal experience. I think Spain will win the 2018 World Cup. They have been playing well recently. So based on that knowledge, I think they will win the cup. Alright. So remember, this difference is making predictions with will and going to. Okay. We have covered a lot of information about the future simple tense. So let's do a quick recap of it. We use going to talk about plans and intentions. We use present continuous to talk about fixed arrangements. I am having lunch with my parents on Saturday. Then we use will for 3 main purposes: to express instant decisions. For example, "I will have the burger and fries combo, please." To make offers, "I will help you with these files." And to make promises, "Can you lend me 200 rupees? I will pay you back next week." Then we use both will and going to make predictions. We move on to the next tense, future continuous. It expresses an action that will be ongoing. See the example. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, I will be driving to Hyderabad. This is the future continuous tense. The form of the future continuous tense is subject plus will or shall be plus verb with ing. Observe the example. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, I will be driving to Hyderabad. So, tomorrow at 9 in the morning, I am going to start driving to Hyderabad. It will take me many hours to get there. But at 11 o'clock, I will be doing this activity, driving. The future continuous tense expresses an action that will be ongoing. See, here is another example. Some of your friends are planning to go and see a movie on Saturday. This is the main use of the future continuous tense. But sometimes we use this tense to talk about a fixed or a routine event in the future. So, that is the future continuous. We now turn to next two tenses. We are going to look at the future perfect and future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect tense, a point in the future and it looks back. It talks about the completion. See the example. Raju wants to save up some money. So, he is going to save 1000 a month. He wants to save up some money, so he is going to save 1000 a month from now. This is July now. So, by January, Raju will save 6000 rupees. This sentence shows that the action will be completed by the time. This is the future perfect tense. It takes a point in the future like January and it looks back. It looks about the completion by the time. We make this tense with a subject plus shall or will have plus V3 form. Now, in this sentence, the focus is on the money. If instead we want to focus on the amount of time, then we can say by January, Raju will have been saving money for 6 months. That is, he will have finished 6 months of saving and he will continue saving money. He will continue saving money. This is the future perfect continuous tense. Then we move on to the future perfect continuous tense. We use it to talk about an ongoing action. An action that will be in progress in the future and also mention the duration or length of the action at a particular time. We made this tense with a subject. Shall or will have been plus verb with ing form. Observe the example. My wife and I are going to paint our living room tomorrow. That's the plan. We are going to start at 7 a.m. and we expect that it will take us about 10 hours. So, by 5 p.m. we will have painted the living room. I can also say by 5 p.m. we will have finished. Okay children, this is all about tenses in English. Hope you are all enjoying and learned about these tenses.